Hello guys, this is Bisan from PKMZeta. Thank you for tuning in. If you're brand new, if you just joined As a Man Thinketh course, then congratulations. Thank you for joining, and I'm so sure that you are going to enjoy it. Feel free to bring your friends as well with you so that they can take this growth journey along your side. If you know someone who might be interested, then encourage them to enroll in this program. The resources are great and it is a great program. Yesterday was the first video and we talked about the 5 key areas of growth in your life. What do you want in each key area and what are you going to change over there? Today we have 4 videos to go and we are going to talk about the 4 points of your relationship compass. We are not going to cover everything in these 5 bonus videos. We will be talking more in detail in the course as you join. But now this is like a bonus, some kind of a thank you for joining the course that will trigger your thinking before you start taking the course. If by now you have access to the book and to the workbook, you will see that at the end of each chapter, there are reflection exercises that will prompt your thinking and help you grow. Today, we are talking about the relationship compass. Why are relationships so important? Let's look at James Allen's words.
Thought and character are one, and as character can only manifest and discover itself through environment and circumstance, the outer conditions of a person's life will always be found to be harmoniously related to his inner state. Isn't that juicy? For those of you who have already started reading the book As a Man Thinketh, you'll find that most of his sentences are pretty long, but this is really juicy. Look first at this first half of it, and he says, character can only manifest and discover itself through environment and circumstance. So what he's saying, in other words, he said, we need the environment, we need the circumstances for us to better understand what's really going on inside our character. And this is particularly important for relationships. When you think about relationships, relationships are indeed a rich and rewarding opportunity for us to learn about who we are, to learn about ourselves. They really are. They reveal so much to us. And look at this. Let us look through those 10 observations to learn more about people and relationships. Number 1, life is about growth. You have your own kind of philosophical approach to life, your understanding of the world. For me, I think life is about growth. And I think we are here to grow. Why are we here? We are here so that we can learn, that we may grow. We'll go through that in the course. Number 2, a great life is a life of great growth. The more you grow, the more growth you have in your life, then the better. Life with no growth, life with shrinking or hiding from life, that's a wasted opportunity. And then 3, the difficulties that we face in life introduce us to ourselves. 4, people are emotional beings. We're not rational beings. We like to think that we are logical, we're reasonable, but no, we are emotional beings. 5, people are challenging, people are frustrating. But 6, difficult people offer you an opportunity for greater growth, especially those who are difficult. People we cannot tolerate, those are a blessing. We get so much growth from difficult people in our lives. The frustrating people, those people who we cannot bear, those are a blessing. Sounds crazy to say it out loud, but it is true. Difficult people give us an opportunity and we should be grateful. James Allen talks a lot about that. And so, you should treat everyone like they are the most important person in the world. Because of that, the ones whom you love the most and those who will give you your greatest opportunity for growth, they will enjoy it. And if you do that, some of you will be saying, well, yes, if I do that, some will take advantage of me. Yes, that's true. People are going to take advantage of you. If you are nice to everyone, some people will try to take advantage of you, but also some people will try to rip you off. There are all kinds of character and grades of character, as James Allen says, and we are going to discuss the grades of character in our course. So some people will take advantage of you, but irrespective of that, be kind anyway. Napoleon Hill, for instance, in Think and Grow Rich, he says, I fully realize that no wealth or position can long endure unless built upon truth and justice. Therefore, I will engage in no transaction that does not benefit all of whom it affects. So be kind anyway. And here are the 4 points of your relationship compass. So how can we make the best of our relationships based on this compass? So 4 points: the north, the south, the east, and the west. Look up to those above you, look down to those below you, look left to those at your side, look right to those on your other side. Well, what does that mean? Imagine that you are in the middle of this compass. So if you are in a business setting, look up to your boss, look down to your team. Do not look down on your team, look down to your team. Look right to your colleagues, look left to your customers. You fill in these relationships with whatever you find necessary. For example, if you are in a family setting, look up to your parents, look down to your children, look right to your siblings, look left to your neighbors. It's your choice. And then ask yourself this. For each relationship identify, number 1, who is responsible for this relationship? Whose responsibility is it, the health of this relationship? Who is responsible for your relationship with your family? Who's responsible for your relationship with your boss, with your colleagues, with your customers? Ultimately, you will come to the conclusion after a while that whoever has the highest level of awareness, that's the one responsible for the relationship. He or she has more abilities to see and more abilities to solve the difficulties or the problems that you might face in this relationship. So ultimately, the responsibility lies with them. It is in your interest to make it happen and to make that relationship work. And then you look at number 2 and you say, how would I rate this relationship from 1 to 10? You know, your relationship with your boss, your relationship with your wife, your relationship with your family, your relationship with your partners, how would you rate that from 1 to 10? And then number 3, what would happen in your life if they went up 1 or 2 points? For example, if you had a relationship of 7 with your spouse, 7, what would happen if that was 9? What would it do to that relationship? How would that feel? What would it do to your life? What would it do to their life? What about if you increase your relationship with your kids by 10%? What would it do to them? And what would it do for you? What would it do to your life? And what would that take? That's number 4. How easy would it be? Probably less than you think. Maybe the biggest problems in our lives are only taking place in our minds, in our heads. Probably it isn't real. Probably it has nothing to do with them anyway. Maybe you are not engaging. Maybe you are not investing in this relationship enough. Maybe just to bring them back and try to engage. Everyone is nice when you get to spend time with them, when you know them, understanding each other, when we invest more in our relationship. So things that you're going to do, those are going to make a huge impact on that relationship. It might turn some relationships totally around. That may make a big difference to you and a big difference to your life. Because life is all about growth. And relationships give us a great opportunity for us to grow.
We will talk more about this in the program. There is still some time for you to bring someone along to take this growth journey with you. Looking forward for the next video, and that's 3 videos to go. And we are going to talk about the 3 aspects of your financial growth. Looking forward for tomorrow's video. Bye-bye.